Good morning, friends from Creation Station. Today is December 1st. It is surgery day. However, I don't need to go in until 12:30. So I am up at the crack of dawn to do this one last formulation for you guys and get this at least edited. I can upload it at any time, but it will be towards the end of January. Never fear, you guys have content for the next 2 months while I am recovering. I've already pre-recorded everything. In today's video, we're going to be making a Winter Berry Body Milk that is a silky, lightweight moisturizer that glides on easily and absorbs fast, giving the skin hydration without the heaviness. Why don't we just get going, right? So I've already got my distilled water here, all ready to go. We're just going to leave that for the moment because the first thing I want to do is to go ahead and get this xanthan gum into my glycerin. So the xanthan gum, of course, is our stabilizer, and it's a viscosity controller. And of course, our glycerin is the humectant. So let's just go ahead and get that glycerin and xanthan gum mixed up into a slurry, and we will leave that off to the side while we're working on the rest of our water phase. Let's start working on the rest of our ingredients. After we're done with that slurry, we're going to go ahead and put in propanediol 1,3. And this is your humectant. It's a solvent as well as it supports hurdle technology. Okay, after the propanediol, we are going to be putting in some sodium glutamate, and this is our chelating agent, also part of hurdle technology. Don't worry about the powders not completely dissolving quite yet. We are going to be putting this into a water bath. Our next ingredient is going to be allantoin, and this is our soothing agent. After the allantoin, we're going to be putting in some panthenol, and this is our conditioning active. That's it for the water portion. We are going to go ahead and stick this into a water bath, and then we'll add that slurry after the fact. Before we go ahead and put that into the water bath, we are going to weigh that entire vessel and write that number down because we are going to lose some water to evaporation. Okay. Put a little piece of tinfoil on the top there, and then we'll go ahead and stick that in our water bath. Then we're going to start working on our oil phase. So in this beaker, we have some glyceryl stearate. This is glyceryl stearate SE. So this is going to be our primary emulsifier. To that, we're going to be adding some cetearyl alcohol. And this is a co-emulsifier, a structuring agent, and it's going to give it creaminess. Next, we're going to be putting in some C1215 alkyl benzoate, and this is a lightweight ester, and it's going to reduce greasiness. Next up, we're going to be putting in some cocoa caprylate caprate, and this is a dry, silky ester. Hint, if you don't want your formulations to feel greasy when you're using butters, use less butters. It's just that simple. Use esters. Okay, we are going to be putting in just a little bit of some sweet almond oil. This is our emollient. And because I wanted a little bit of richness in this formula, we're going to be adding just a little bit of some shea butter. This is going to give it some body. And lastly, we're going to be adding in some dimethicone, which is going to be giving the formula some slip, a little bit of elegance and stability. And that is it for our oil portion. So we're going to go ahead and get that into the water bath as well. I will bring you guys back when both of those are ready to go. Okay, I went ahead and pulled this off of the water bath before. It's been sitting here for a little bit because we don't want to overheat the water portion. Sometimes that allantoin can kind of recrystallize, so we don't want to get it too hot. But we are going to put it back up on top of our scale and find out how much water weight we lost, and then go ahead and add that back in with some more distilled water. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that oil off of there. Okay, at this point, we're going to go ahead and add that glycerin slurry that we made earlier and set aside. Put that right into the water portion. Check our temps. Alrighty, they're about 5 degrees shy of each other. So we're going to go ahead and combine them, and then we're going to get them into our overhead stirrer. I'm just going to put the water into the oil today because it's a bigger beaker. I'm going to go ahead and put a few drops of water-soluble FDC dye. Just a couple of drops. I don't want it very bright, but I do want some color in this one. I already have my dyes pre-mixed and preserved. Couple more drops. All right, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stick this on the overhead stirrer and start mixing. And that's also going to allow this to start cooling down. So when we get to our cool down phase, we will be ready to go. All right, I'm just going to turn this on low and let this start mixing. All right, we are approaching 104. And that's my sweet spot where I like to start adding my cool down phase. So we can go ahead and do that now. We're going to be adding some vitamin E, which is our antioxidant. You could put this in your heated oil phase or your cool down phase. Either one is perfectly fine. I've had some questions about this. My entire career of making bath and body products and skincare products and soap and things, I've always added the vitamin E at cool down, like always. And in the last, I would say the last 3 years, I've been following cosmetic chemists and reading, studying, and researching, excuse me for that, researching, studying, And pretty much the majority of them have said you can do it either way, but most of them add it in the heated oil phase. And so that's what I started doing, but either way is perfectly fine. All right, so we've got that vitamin E. That's had a little bit of a chance to mix in now. The next thing we're going to do is add our preservative, which is phenoxyethanol and ethyl hexyl glycerin, which is your Euxyl PE 9010. And lastly, we're going to be putting in some fragrance oil, and I am choosing black raspberry and vanilla to go along with our berry frost theme that we're doing here. Boy, does that smell lovely. And I love the color too. All right, we are good to go. While that is continuing to cool down, let's go ahead and check our pH on this. All right, so it's around 5.26. I am going to add just a teeny tiny little bit of some citric acid solution to bring that pH down. I like it to be around 4.8 if I can get it there. Starting to thicken up now, you guys can see that. We want it a little bit more thick than that, obviously. Right now it's like a lotion. Okay, now that we've got the pH dialed in, I'm just going to go ahead and let this sit and let that viscosity start building. It's time to get it into the bottle. Nice and light and silky. There you go. Winterberry body milk. Beautiful. Let's try some. See how nice and light and loose this is? It's a really, really loose lotion consistency. Rubs right in, no soaping. It's so light and beautiful and silky, not greasy at all. Very, very nice. The glide is exceptional. The glide is so nice, you guys. Try this recipe. It's very, very nice. Hope you enjoyed it. Make this formula, you guys. It is exceptional. If you want the written PDF with the tutorial, you can find that up on my Etsy as well as a couple of other places.